When your audio's horrible, your video's horrible. I'm just saying. Hey PowerDirector peeps, how y'all doing out there? My name is Malik and I'm back on your screen with more PowerDirector love. You know, the PowerDirector love you're looking for from PowerDirector University. Today, we're going to be doing a video on audio correction in PowerDirector 16. Let me know in the comment section below how often you adjust or correct your audio for all of your videos, and if you do, what tools do you use? Let's jump into the software and make it happen. Here we are in PowerDirector 16. Before we get started, I want to remind you guys to subscribe to PowerDirector University to see great tips and tricks just like this every Saturday. Let's correct some audio. I'm going to use AudioDirector to make these corrections. Now, I understand that everyone does not have AudioDirector, but I will put a link in the video description if you are interested in purchasing the program. Now, if you don't want to spend the loot on AudioDirector, there is a free program that you can download called Audacity. That program can do all the things that I am going to do in this video, and it's free. And there are a lot of videos on YouTube about Audacity. So if you want to save some money, get that program, watch some YouTube videos and learn how to use that. I'm going to use AudioDirector because this is a video about my workflow, all right, and how I get down on the program. So let's make it happen. Now, on the timeline, I have a video clip, which has audio, and I also have an audio clip. So either one of these can be used to go into AudioDirector. As you can see here, if I click on the video, I get an edit audio button, and I have the option to go to AudioDirector or Wave Director, and I get those same options if I click on the audio file. So I'm going to click on Edit Audio, and I'm going to go to AudioDirector. So the audio file is now imported into the program. So the first thing that I want to do is add some compression to this audio because I want to reduce the volume of any loud sounds in the video. So I'm going to make sure that I'm on the Edit tab. I'm going to go to the Adjustment section and I'm going to click on Apply Effect. And then I'm going to click on Dynamic Range Control. And right now I'm going to focus on the compressor section. So the first thing I want to do is change the threshold, and the threshold is how loud the signal has to be before it adds compression and starts to lower the volume of the loud sounds. So I'm going to go at 15 dBs here. And then I'm going to change the ratio, and the ratio is how much compression is applied. So right now it's at a 1-to-1 ratio. I'm going to change it to 2.5 to 1. And then attack is how quickly the compressor starts to work. I'm going to change that to 7 milliseconds. And then release is how soon after the signal dips below the threshold that the compressor stops. And I'm going to leave that at 100. So we can preview this to see how it sounds if we want to. So I'm going to click on Apply. Now, what you can see down here is that it has applied this effect. And if I were to uncheck it, so pay attention to this area here, or even these two areas here, you'll see that when I uncheck it and remove the effect, that those spots go up. If I apply the effect back, they go down. Because basically it has reduced the loudness of those points in the video. So that's compression. That's what I needed done. Let's move on. The next thing that I want to do is add some warmth and clarity to my voice. So I'm going to, go to the equalizer and boost some things up here a bit. So we're still under the Edit tab and we're still under Apply Effect, but now we're going to go to Equalizer. And I'm not going to use a preset. I'm going to click this drop down arrow and I'm going to go to custom. And then I'm going to click the cog here for the advanced options. And now the first thing I want to do is add some warmth to my voice. So works different for men than it does for women. So for men, to warm up your voice, you can move it anywhere from 3 to 5 decibels around the 180 to the 200 hertz mark. If you're a woman, you can raise it 3 to 5 decibels around the 400 hertz mark. So you can see the hertz up here at the top. And then of course you have your decibels here on the side, or you can type them in here at the bottom. So I don't have a 180 or a 200, so I'm just going to go to 250 hertz, which is here. And I'm going to type 3 and enter. And you see that it applies that change to it. Now, that's going to add more warmth to my voice. Now, I want to add more clarity. I want to improve the clarity of my voice. So for men, you want to go from 4 to 6 decibels around the 3000 hertz mark. And then for women, you want to do 4 to 6 decibels around the 4000 hertz mark. So unfortunately, once again, I don't have a 3000. I have a 4000 here. So I'm just going to go to the bottom of that spectrum and do a 4 here at the 4000 and hit enter. So we compressed it to bring it down, keep it down to 15, because we knew that we wanted to add that warmth and that clarity to it, that was going to raise it back up some. So doing the compressor first gives us some flexibility to do other things to improve on the sound later without peaking. And speaking of peaking, we need to take care of that now because we boosted our sound, the warmth and clarity. So there's a chance that maybe now there could be some things in our waveform that are peaking and causing distortion, and we don't want that. So let's take care of that next. I'm going to click on apply to go ahead and apply the changes I made to the equalizer. And so now you see both of these effects here. And if I uncheck equalizer, you see the difference in the waveform once again. So we're good to go with that. But now we need to take care of any type of peaking. So we want to apply a limiter. So to apply the limiter, there's two things we can do at this point. We can click on dynamic range control and it'll bring up the same controls we had before. Or we can come down here to where it says dynamic range control and we can click on this edit effect button. So I'm going to click on this edit effect button. And now I'm going to focus on the limiter. And the reason why I didn't do them both at the same time is because if I did it when I did the compressor, it would not take into effect the boost of the warmth and the improvement on the clarity. So I want to do it now since I've already done that other effect. So threshold here, I'm going to do 2.5. So what that means is that it's going to attenuate or lower anything that's stronger than that signal. So if anything is above that 2.5, it's going to bring it down. And all the rest of the settings mean the same thing. You got the ratio. I'm going to leave the ratio at a 1:1. Attack, which is how quickly the limiter starts to work. I'm going to make that a 7. And then release, I'm going to leave that at 100 again. And so now I'm going to click on apply. And if you had anything that was above that 2.5, it would have brought it down. So that way you're not going to have any peaking, distortion, or crazy noises in your video. So the next thing I want to do is some noise reduction. I record my videos in a room and I have a lot of things in place to try to cut down on background noise, but still happens. So I want to remove any background noise from this video. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to click on restore. So it's going to say, hey, before I go to restore, it needs to apply the changes I made to the working library file. I'll say yes. So now what I want to do is select a portion of the clip where it's just the background noise, just the ambience. And this should be good here because I know I'm not speaking here because the waveform is not large at this point. So I'm going to just select this by left clicking here within the grid, holding down my left mouse and dragging it across. And so now just this portion is selected. So this should be just background noise and no speaking. So now I'm going to come over here and select noise reduction. And then I'm going to select noise reduction again because I want to select the portion that I want the system to add noise reduction to, or the part of the audio that I want it to use as a sample of what I want removed. So now I'm going to click on next. And I'm going to use this smart analysis to identify a specific frequency range. And then I'm going to click on analyze. And basically it's just going to analyze that portion that I selected. I'm just going to leave these things as they are. And then if you preview, you're just going to preview the same section that you have selected. So I'm not going to worry about previewing it, but I'm going to click on next. And now it's going to say, select which range of the audio you want to apply the noise reduction to. So it analyzed this section and said, hey, I hear noise in here and I know what that noise is. Now, do you want me to remove that noise from just here, or from a different part of the clip, or from the whole clip? So I'm going to say, remove that noise that you captured here, but remove it from the whole clip. So now it covers the whole clip. And now I can preview it if I want to see how's everything going to sound once I remove that noise. But I'm just going to click on apply. And now that background noise has been removed. I'm going to click on back. And it says all modifications will be saved to the file when they're sent to PowerDirector. Do you want to save the changes? And I'm going to say yes. And now it's going to add the same clip back to PowerDirector with all of the adjustments and corrections that I made to the audio. And that's how you do audio corrections using PowerDirector and AudioDirector.
All right, PowerDirector peeps, that's it. I want to thank you so much for watching this video all the way through to the end. Truly means the world to me. Now I want to send a shout out to one of our subscribers, Erica's Best. Erica's Best makes baking tips and tricks videos on her YouTube channel. So if you're into baking, you want to learn how to make some delicious treats, head on over to her channel, check out a couple of her videos, and if you're feeling what she's dealing, make sure that you subscribe. If you guys want to get a shout out like Erica's Best did, make sure that you head over to the video description and complete our shout out request form. If you got any tutorials you'd like us to make, head over to the video description and complete our tutorial request form. Now that I'm done with that, I got a few things I need you to do for me. The thumb. The one that's pointed in the upward direction, click it. It lets people know that the content in this video is good and that they should watch it too. If you got any comments, questions, you just want to talk or chop it up with your boy, leave those things in the comment section below. And last but not least, smash that subscribe button. And after you do that, make sure that you click on the bell. When you click on the bell, you receive notifications every time I upload content to YouTube. And that way you don't miss out on any of the learning and all of the fun. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.